Welcome back to the channel, everybody, and I may be entering into what is going to be a Krisk 2.0 tournament, or very possibly for me a Sir Nick 2.0, which Sir Nick didn't go that well for me. Now this is all going to be for much less than either one of those events was for, and that is for Cold Heart skin, the Necrobia skin. Now I don't even think a Cold Heart comes with this. I wish a Cold Heart did, but then I wouldn't be so willing to compete because I kind of feel bad if I took it from somebody who really needed a Cold Heart. But this skin does look pretty cool. Granted, doesn't look that different compared to like the Power Class skin compared to the Classic. Like the difference between the Power Class and the Classic is way bigger than the Necrobia versus the Classic. But either way, this is a cool skin. They got a unique implementation on how you can actually earn it. But let's take a look at my bracket. So, 4th place. We see that big glaring number 4 over here. I woke up yesterday before I went to sleep. I was number 1. I woke up to number 4. I'm like, dang, I was hoping I could get away easily and not have to worry about pushing. But then I woke up to Addy. Addy, why you got 30,000 points? 30,000 points. MS Crow had 14,000. I thought I was going to have some competition there. I'm down here at a measly 10,000. Check this video out. So 14 minutes. This video is 14 minutes long. We're not going to watch it all because it's going to be boring. It's literally just feeding food. But this is where I was 2 days ago. So actually 4 days and 16 hours. Very early into the tournament. I was at a big, fat 174 points down here at the bottom. And then I went ahead and did my champion stuff. So you can see on this list, Addy is at 3,000, okay? 3,400 points. MS Crow is at 4,200. And then Uziel, I think, 3,400 as well. And then we fast forward a little bit. Bunch of champion feeding, bunch of feeding, bunch of feeding, bunch of feeding. And then right towards the end here, I go ahead and get, let's see, 14 minutes, about a little less than 14 minutes. I now have 10,000 points. I haven't gone up much since then. Addy was at 3,400. MS Crow was at 4,200. So I was thinking, you know, it's probably going to be a relatively relaxed tournament. Maybe MS Crow pushes up a little bit. Maybe we have some other competition. And then I woke up to Addy with 30,000 points. So I had to go over here and make a pros and cons list, guys, on if Cold Heart was worth it for me to actually go for, right? Because you don't just want to go for something if it's not actually worth it. So I came up with some pros and cons. Number 1 is feeding the ego. So what better way to feed the ego than to get a Cold Heart skin, the Necrobia skin, throw it into my Spire 25 team, and Addy, consider this because you may or may not have this team set up. And when I'm streaming on Twitch, people come in all the time. They ask, hey, what champion is that in your clan boss team? Because I have Ruggnor. So then I can say, hey, Ruggnor's in that team. But now, if I have Necrobia skin on 3 Cold Hearts that I use, I can run Spire 25 on stream. People come in and say, hey, where'd you get that Cold Heart skin? And then I can start, you know, feeding my ego. Oh, I won it in a champion training tournament. I tried really hard, so on and so forth, yada, yada, yada. So feeding the ego is the number 1 pro of this entire event. The second pro is content for videos. So obviously, I think it makes pretty good content for the videos. Win, lose, or win or lose, preferably winning. But it does give some pretty good content. So number 3, that doesn't really matter as much as number 1, right? Number 3, Cold Heart looks cool. Arguably, the Classic skin may look cooler. I don't really know. The Classic does look pretty cool, but I kind of wish the Necrobia stood out more. Maybe when it's actually against the spider, maybe it does stand out more. You're going to be seeing them from the back all the time. So I just feel as if the Necrobia skin doesn't quite stand out. It does look cool from the front. I like that toxic look to the bow, but from the back, it's like not really that massive of a difference. I mean, it's a decent difference, but really, I don't know if people are even going to notice it. But the Pyro Class skin, you'd for sure notice that. Flaming haired Cold Heart, and if I had a satiated match, I would 100% have to go for that. But either way, the Necrobia skin does look pretty sick. Hopefully the animations change, like there's like a giant green bolt that goes towards the spider for the Heartseeker. That'd be awesome. That'd be very, very cool, but we can't actually see that, and if it's like the Arbiter skin, it won't actually do that as far as I know. Now, number 4, let's see, account progression. Now, surprisingly, I do have some things in the account that I do need to still work on as far as like leveling champions, some faction war teams. I have all my presets in here done. And a few of these teams actually have some champions who are low level. So we have level 30 here. I want to go ahead and max some of these champions. They don't have to be maxed, but I want to go through and max some of these. So this Diabolus down here should get her to 6-star. Actually looks like, okay, an Apothecary. We have a Castigator. We have a few champions throughout who could be maxed. War Maiden to 60. Fanatic to 60. These teams all have rares for that mission, the advanced quest mission. But I could go through here and get all these champions to 60, which is definitely something I need to do. Now, what are the cons? So I went through all the pros. Feeding the ego, Cold Heart looks cool. Really the main 2 right there, right? Feeding the ego, because typically you'd be like flexing in the arena. So like when you bought the Arbiter skin, you could go in there, people could see the Arbiter and be like, oh, this dude's a whale. He probably has some pretty crazy stuff. Granted, it doesn't show the avatar any different, but you can flex in the arena. People see in the arena, people can acknowledge it, people can be impressed, either impressed or disgusted, whichever one. But with the Cold Heart skin, you can't really do that in PvE content unless you stream on Twitch. So streaming on Twitch, I can now run Spire 25 the entirety of my Twitch stream and just flex my Cold Heart skin. You know, perfect. Now, what are the cons to that? So let's go over here to this list. The cons. I very well may be eating ramen noodles and hot dogs every meal for the rest of this month. Now, that's not really a con, to be honest, because hot dogs, there's a lot of different ways you can cook them. You can boil them, you can chop them up, you can cook them over a campfire. Actually, the past 2 days for my son's birthday and Mother's Day, we actually cooked out hot dogs, and hot dogs are pretty good. You can put them in the ramen noodles, you could have them separate. There's like really endless possibilities, and I can probably even afford some ketchup and mustard, which are very, very good pairing with both of those. And I don't know, maybe we can even extend it to some eggs, because eggs and ramen noodles are actually very, very good. Now, I didn't add con number 2, but con number 2 is that while the Arbiter skin, you know, there's a lot of Arbiter skin, $50, $40 ones, a lot of negativity around that, right? And, you know, $40 for a skin, $50 for a skin, that's pretty expensive. So instead of paying $40 or $50 for a skin, let's spend $100+ in resources for a Cold Heart skin. That's an even better idea, right? So the other con is that this is probably going to cost more in resources than the Arbiter skin would cost in actual money. Now, granted, you can't really compare resources, potentially free resources, to paid, just spending money, because this is going for account progression. But the cons are there and the pros are there as well. But guys, I think the pros outweigh the cons. So I will be competing in this Cold Heart tournament. Now, you may think that 50 or 40, sorry, I guess I have even less mystery shards than I originally thought. Yesterday I had 54, but now I have 41. You may be thinking that 41 mystery shards and what, 24 ancient shards, 7 void shards, and a sacred shard is too little to actually compete in one of these events. And you know what? You're probably right. You are probably right. But with enough campaign runs, with having purchased the Forge Pass, I'm getting 50% XP and silver from all battles. Guys, I think I got a pretty good setup. Let's see what kind of champion storage I have. I also don't have very many champions, missing a lot of storage. To be honest, I'm not prepared for this event whatsoever. Like, I'm basically as prepared as, like, I want to lose, okay? That's how prepared I am, is basically just that I want to lose. Really, there's no reason for me to actually compete. I don't know if I can actually really reasonably compete in this event whatsoever. But, Addy, just know, I'm coming for you, okay? We're going to run so much campaign. I'm going to get so many more mystery shards. I'm going to be putting up, hopefully, a lot more points. But I also may fizzle out very soon. So guys, stay tuned. We have 2 days and 18 hours of intense grinding for not even a Cold Heart that I don't think. I think it's just a Cold Heart skin, which is kind of weird, because if you don't have Cold Heart and somehow you won this skin, then now you just got a skin staring at you and a lack of Cold Heart staring at you. So like double the pain basically. But guys, let me know, are you going to compete for the Cold Heart skin? Thank you all very much for watching the video. Click one of the videos that are about to pop up. If you want to relive the Krisk tournament, go ahead and click that playlist. I'll link the playlist to that if you want to click it. Relive all that fun times. But guys, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.